If you want to know the Hui Muslims in Dali, Yunnan, there is a person we cannot avoid. If you watch all the videos about Dali, you will find that everything about Hui Muslims here seems to have something to do with this person. Yes, it's General Du Wenxiu. We have already told his story in this video, so now, the place we are going to is about 2 kilometers away from East Lianhua village, which is called Da Weigeng village and Xiao Weigeng village. In 1856, in the two villages where Du Wenxiu's uprising began, Hui Muslims supported Du Wenxiu and launched an anti-Qing uprising in 1856. And didn't give up fighting until the Qing army besieged in 1873. As a result, more than 10,000 people in this village, except for about 70 who survived or died under the swords of the Qing army. Today, we can still see trenches, forts, training grounds, and mass graves here. Every year, on the 5th day of the first lunar month in China, Hui Muslims in the village recite the Quran to commemorate the Day of the Dead. But I want to emphasize that although the cause of this battle is the ethnic contradiction between Han and Hui, I think it's that the Qing government is taking advantage of the Han and Hui to restrict each other. So in Du Wenxiu's army, there are not only Hui Muslims, but also Han, Bai, Yi, and other ethnic groups. So I prefer that this war is a war between the people and the Qing government. Now, follow my camera and the shabby electric motorcycle I borrowed. Let's take a look at this village where tens of thousands of Hui Muslims are buried.
我吃个着。
So dangerous. Oh, Fiona. Oh, yo. Wow.
You
Your
direct
driver
the
skill.
way, okay?
Your driver skill is so bad, just like my English is so bad.
Because you're happy, okay?
Da Weigeng village.
Where should we go?
After the war. Actually, the war happened in 100 years ago, so it's not too far, but also not too close. Yeah. It's not too far. It's for Chinese history. It's not too.
Sorry, one fly just
What
run into
happened?
my face.
Okay. It's not too far. It's because Chinese history is quite long. But if for American history, it's quite far.
Wow, the
Yeah.
house here is more modern.
Yeah, more
Modern
modern than the East Lotus village.
Yeah, very few of the house is the traditional one.
Yeah. Okay, this is the masjid. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum.
Okay.
Okay, let's just park here.
哦，只有一个清真寺吗？
这就是这里，
啊，
清真寺这个
哦，就只有这一个，在大围观村。
单位。
好，谢谢。The left one is said 振兴中华 and the right one is said 民族团结。
So after the story you told me,
Mhm.
I found the Qing government is quite evil and bad. You know what?
Yeah.
When the Hui they got bigger power, they use Hui people to suppress Han people. But when the Han people got bigger power, they use Han people to suppress Hui.
So if you want to rule a country with different ethnic, you should use this way.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum，我们彩排清真寺。你
这
继
是阿红家。
是吧？我就在这里的丈夫。
啊，你继续住在这里谁那
上面
个？
我就在这里头了，是的。
这里多少人？
两几千人呢，但是我们礼拜人们老是不这样多。
哦，礼拜人不多噶。
礼拜人们老是不多。
这个清真寺是农民盖吗？
清真寺啊，
啊，
这是民国时候了，就是
是哪后又回来呢？这就能回做，就是在不是杜文秀
杜文秀
失败还是
杜文秀失败以后再回来才干的，就是
大概就是民国那时候才回来呢。
民国时间才回来的，
哦。
满清嘛已经是给全部毁掉了。
哦。是这就那村子的那人出去干那个，么是不是这样？
就我们村子的人干了，出去绑回来以后没有，当时嘛就是杜文秀失败嘛，人全部破散掉。归那归真了嘛，就别再人了。然后慢慢的事情歇了以后嘛，又搬回来。搬回来了人嘛又才干嘛钱干了那个大店嘛，是原来才有五干。然后到后期干房后嘛，一个人跟一起干。到我们基本差不多我们有20多岁那个时间没干成9干，上8年没有上几年干了，脚本来干的不早呢。
现在这里的人主要是做什么工作？他们？
也主要嘛就是开车的也有，打工的也有，开铺子的也有，嘎。
年轻人不是很多了，在这个村子。
年轻人嘛，多数出去打工的也有，去开这个车子，嘎。拉着开的也有，开铺子的也有，嘎。换庄稼的也有，哎呀，这农民嘛，他比这个10年了嘛，嘎。这才是说。
还得给把人看
啊！那电视原来在这帮亡人堆有呢，亡人堆有，那么最后嘛，就在前年咱们都没开荒了，也把它挖平了，
已经挖平，已经看不出来了。
小围根那边嘛，还有一个嘛是这里这个一小个石碑了。
小围根那边还有呢，大围根村
大围根这么是大围根，小围根嘛的这个石碑，大围根嘛石碑不一里嘛，最后嘛平掉了。这是几亡人就埋在一个坑里面了。
So it's all the truth that locals knows. I learned from the internet. Thanks for the internet. 所以每年呢，这里的人还要念经过亡人节。
是了嘛，每年都做亡人节。去啥地方人的老老小小男男女女全部，有那么投井了的也跳到井里面。
但是为啥就是临别擦脚？
这个是因为是云南的一个军人高官到中央去加拨军情了嘛，加拨军情时候云南的这些回民要炒饭，要炒饭嘛，最后嘛满清政府就是来派兵来镇压了嘛，
直接就请不少。
是了嘛，
就是不管是
男女老少，
不管男女老少了，
也不管你给擦脚这个起别擦脚，反正只要是会做就少。
这种我瞧着的历史了嘛，就是昆明的这个都督了，他就是都督到底是光着军事了，加拨军情给中央去加拨军情。加拨军情说云南的这些穆斯林回撤了，就是回撤，就炒饭。要闯多了嘛，杜文秀领着受了20多年嘛，最后嘛，杜文秀脚下的结果去叛变了，给打了嘛，满清政府。
所以都跟杜文秀有关系，所以我们已经去了好些地方了，我们已经去了好些村子、好些清真寺，好像都凡是大理这边的回族都跟事情的影响。This Imam of this masjid has shared the view of the history to us. So now, actually, I'm so curious about the Han people here, how they think about this war. I think it's a different view.
Yeah, but they don't have Han people here.
No, I mean the Han people and the other ethnic groups. Sorry, in Yunnan, so many minorities, so not only Han people. Other ethnic groups who influenced by this event, by this war, how they think about this general Du Wenxiu and how they think about this war. Is it a justice war or a evil war? I don't know. Because now I only heard of the view of the Hui people. Okay, so when we cross this door made of the tree, we can see the Mei Hall. Wow, it's quite beautiful. Look. I found one thing in every country, different ethnic, different, even the different race, different colors, when they fight with each other, a hand cannot see beyond them. It's just like a hand above them control all this war.
This is called power.
Yeah, this is called power. Maybe this is called politics. There is no new things under the sun. After learn the history, we should more cherish about the life now. So now, let's go to next village, Xiaoweigen village, and see the mass graves there. Oh, you can see the local Hui people living the peaceful life here. They are selling the eggs. Oh. So this is the primary school in this Daweigen village.教育要面向现代化，面向世界，面向未来。This is said by the Deng Xiaoping, the important person to China. And the Chinese primary students in the picture. We talk about the old era and we live in the new era. Let's go. So between Daweigen village and Xiaoweigen village, we passed another village, also Hui Muslims village. They even put the history of Duwenxiu and the war. So this place has a
Heritage site.
oh.
Heritage site. But it's said later it's changed into a primary school.
It's better to build a primary school instead of the heritage site. This is the Yanqi Chan village. In front of the village, 我们发现这个招中祠。
That's the heritage site to memorize 杜文秀.
Ah, okay.
But we cannot go inside.
Because now it's a part of this primary school.
Yeah.
This is masjid, Xiaoweigen masjid.
Yeah, and my cousin study here.
Oh,
He studied Islamic knowledge here.
oh.
So maybe we have the chance to meet him because he's not allowed to have the phone, so we cannot contact him.
Oh.
So it all depends on luckiness.
This is old, and this one is a new build. 往下
下有个，上有个，往右转的一个，往上。
那大东门是什么呀？那个？
哇
OK， 这样。
往前走。好，
谢谢。
谢
So
谢啊。
because we choose the wrong way, so this kind lady, she says she can take us to that place. And in this village, we can find a kind lady to guide us. But in my life, I also found a
这边吗？
lady to guide my life. Viona.
走吧。
啊，
就是这里。
直走吗？ Okay, the lady already gone. So she take us here. This is the massive grave. But it's not big. It's not big.
They construct the buildings on top.
Oh yeah. So yeah. The past, let's see it past. So they built the house here. Memorial record the history of the thing we just talked about.
No, it's just a tablet.
Yeah.
And actually they have 14 of this 14个坑.
Oh,
But
so
this
is...
one is just be preserved.
Yeah, that's it. So now maybe let's go to the place where the Du Wenxiu general start the uprising.
Okay, so after Du Wenxiu general fell the uprising, all Hui villages has been occupied by Qing dynasty, by Qing government. But only this village, they didn't give in.
That's why they dead a
There's
lot.
so many people.
Oh. If it was you,
I will give in.
yeah.
那都没个，
啊，
那都没个，我得直接删掉了。
直接闪可把闪闪在。Oh, it's a mountain. So this is the east big gate.
Yeah, actually they have 4 gates, but this is the one only left now.
Yeah, imagine that. Around 170 years ago, Du Wenxiu and some Hui people, Hui Muslim, they gather here and maybe stand here and talking about the uprising things to against the Qing government. Right there. Look, it's on a mountain.
They not talk about the uprising from here.
Not just talk about, actually they start. Yeah, they start do it. Yeah. But now it becomes a company. They are selling the second-hand cars here. From here, you can see so many villagers. What a good place to start your big business. Why you stand here? Waiting for me? Why?
This is also a heritage site. The one should practice on me here.
Oh, around 170 years ago, they practiced the soldiers here, like this. Oh, 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 oh. Very simple and very poor and shabby. Oh, okay. And a big tree. Okay, so this is about the journey today. It's all finished here. What do you think?
I don't know, it's so cruel and bloody, the history.
Actually, many history are cruel and bloody.
But still, now after like 100 years,
Yeah.
they still live here happily. Just like it never happened before.
Yeah, the people now living in China, it's hard to imagine how cruel is the war because we are too far from the war. We live in the peaceful life so many years.
So just as a saying, one thing that history told us is that we never remember the history. Right?